Hello everyone, welcome back to Sawdust and Circuits. Today we're looking at a little piece of camping history, the Optimus 99 camp stove. Now this might not look like much at first, but it's basically a small metal box with a burner inside. But this is one of those objects that the more you look at it, the more you realize somebody really thought through on the design. And that's what I love about old gear. It isn't covered in plastic, it doesn't need an app, and it doesn't have Bluetooth for some weird reason. It just sits there quietly, saying put fuel in me and light me up. So today we're going to take a closer look at what this stove is and what it was made for. Some of the clever features, and then we'll even do the most important test. We'll see if it can boil some water. Now before we fire this up, this is an old liquid fuel stove. It burns white gas or camp fuel. This is definitely an outdoor use only. With that said, let's take a closer look. The Optimus name goes way back. Optimus was a Swedish stove company founded in 1899. And Sweden became pretty well known for these compact brass pressure stoves. The Optimus 99 appears to be closely related to the famous Optimus 8R, but with one big advantage. The case is not just a case. The lid is actually used as a small cook pot. Collectors of vintage stoves commonly place the Optimus 99 to the 1970s or early 1980s. And what makes this really interesting is it's not just a burner, it's a whole compact cooking system. You have the stove body, the tank, the burner, and even some folding supports. The purpose of this was simple: give hikers, campers, hunters, and even backpackers a rugged little stove that could travel well, survive real use, and cook a simple meal. This was definitely from the era where gear needed to be repairable. All of these seals and burner parts are still rebuildable today. This is not like a modern canister stove where you just screw on a gas can and click a lighter. To light this, there is a whole little ritual. First, you have to dump some fuel into the bottom tray and allow it to heat the burner and the fuel system. This allows the kerosene to vaporize and run the burner. With this stove, one of my favorite parts is the fact that the lid is also a cook pot. So this little stove carries its own cookware. Now modern camping stoves are usually lighter, faster, and easier. I'm not going to pretend that this is the most convenient thing in the world. But there's something satisfying about a mechanical object that does exactly what it was designed to, 40 or 50 years later. That's the part that gets me. Somebody bought this stove years ago for camping, backpacking, maybe even fishing. And it probably sat on rocks, picnic tables, tailgates, and dirt. It may have made coffee before sunrise or heated a can of food after a long day outside. So let's test it. For today's test, I'm going to keep it simple. We'll use the stove's own lid as a pot, add some water, and see if it can bring it to a boil. I'm not trying to set a scientific world record here, but the box claims around 5 minutes to boil a pot of water. Now the lid is not a giant pot. It probably holds somewhere around 8 cups of fluid. I did notice that this was tilted a little bit to one side. That was actually my fault for not letting these little bars sit where they're supposed to. One thing I noticed right away is that the lid works because it's shallow and aluminum. You want to be careful handling this because the lid itself will get very hot. Luckily, it includes a small grabber. I don't know if you can hear this, but the flame is going pretty strong now. This is really the moment that makes old gear like this fun. On paper, it's just boiling water. But in practice, you're watching something vintage come back to life. And there we go, we have a boil. So did the Optimus 99 pass the test? I would say yes. It lit, it ran, and using the lid as a pot, it boiled water. That's exactly the kind of simple, practical test this stove was built for. Now is it perfect? No. It's old, and it requires fuel, priming, and caution. It's probably a bit heavier than a modern tiny backpacking stove. It does have a little bit more of a learning curve as well. If you find one of these used, you should assume a little bit of inspection before use. But is it cool? Absolutely. This is really the kind of object that reminds you that good design doesn't always have to be complicated. A brass liquid fuel stove, a protective case, and a lid that becomes a pot. That's a pretty solid legacy. So let me know in the comments, would you actually use a vintage stove like this? Or would you keep it on a shelf as a collectible? And if you've used an Optimus 99 or any of these classic liquid fuel stoves, I'd love to hear your experience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.